Welcome friends, my name is Denise and I am back with another thrift haul installment. These are all items that I am going to be posting to Poshmark. I guess I took a week off last week from thrifting and that's really the way I am sometimes. Sometimes I'll just spend the day, I'll go at it hard, and then other times I, wanted to really focus with what was taking up this rack, some pieces that I had lingering for months and months and months that I didn't get to posting. And I am offering this exciting new angle in my garage, because everything is still picked up and looking great in here. I just really tackled all those random boxes and everything I had going on and all the things on my rack. So this space is still feeling great to me. I'm going to talk about what I paid for these items, where I picked them up. I hit up a bunch of places, and I think the one takeaway that I have is that when it's not feeling good, I need to recognize it's not a great thrift day, cut my losses and leave. I tend to think, oh, if I stick around, I'm gonna find great things. That's not always the case. And now the stakes are higher. I mean, wouldn't we just say that on a whole? The stakes are actually higher for us. We need to absolutely be sourcing items that are potentially $35 or higher to really maximize on the new fee structure that Poshmark has set up. And the first item I picked up was this Good American knit dress. It's a size 1-2 and I paid $12.99 for it. I loved the style of this, kind of that contouring right here in the bodice. To me, it feels like it was never worn. This was actually 30% off, 3 times $9.27, so $2.70 off of this. This is just a We the Free t-shirt. A friend of mine at the thrift store handed this to me. It's a size medium. It's oversized. For $6, I decided to pick it up, especially for live shows. I'm kind of looking to build my Free People inventory so I can have another Free People live show. This is a really fun find and potentially a keeper for me. This is just a Magnolia hoodie. Now, you can see the embroidery here. There's also a logo down here. This is Magnolia Home, which is Chip and Joanna Gaines brand. In Texas, they have a Magnolia centric place you can visit with restaurants and a gift shop and all of that. I really don't know the details of it. I just know that I have picked up merch from the Magnolia shop before. So this is super, super soft. It is delightful. It's a size large. I'm loving the color. Potentially gonna be in my rotation of my personal closet for a little bit before posting it. I couldn't find the exact version, but I actually expect to post this for about $55 since I wasn't able to find the exact one and it does not feel oversaturated. What's hilarious is that I have this to actually post. And this came from my personal closet as well, but it's something that I had picked up at the bins. I just didn't get to posting it the other day. So I'm sorry, there is still that, I guess I would say demolition, construction, flip happening across the street. I don't know if the people are moving into the house and doing work to it before they move in, or if they just bought it to flip it. I'm assuming they bought it to flip it, but anyway, I apologize for that grinding noise. This I felt like was a little out of pocket. I really searched very closely on this. This is a Smart Wool sweater. It's an extra small, and my goodness, does that not look like a Free People fit? I mean, the thing is ginormous. Okay, Smart Wool. I tried to take my time in the thrift store. Oh gosh, what did I pay for this? Oh, it's in here. I paid $4.99 for this. It doesn't look like it has any holes to me, but once I get it under my photographing lights, I'll have a better sense of if that's true or not. Oh, I love this piece. I found this yesterday. Wait a minute. Yeah, so this was $9. This is a 360 cashmere cropped fisherman knit sweater. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I really didn't have to hesitate on this. I didn't put my readers on though in the thrift store, and it's actually 90% wool and 10% cashmere. So I'd never really seen like a fisherman knit cashmere before, so I thought that was a little bit unusual. But that 10% cashmere just gives it that really nice soft feel and takes away a little edge on kind of the itchiness that wool can have. So maybe this will be more desirable to people. Honestly, I really am working hard towards giving things a real solid once over to make sure they don't have any damage. It's so disappointing to get home, get so excited to find something, and then like it has a big hole in it or it has a big stain I didn't see. So I'm really working on that instead of just allowing my excitement to kind of put blinders on for me. The next piece I found, and this was at Salvation Army, and I paid $8.99 for this as well, is just this Anthropologie sweater. I loved kind of the vibe of it. It's like a digital style floral. The weight of it's lovely. The shape of it's nice. And it is that modern Anthropologie tag. So all of those things, size, color, style, price, it being newer, I decided to pick it up. I found this Patagonia. This is just an R1 piece. It is a full zip men's size large, and you know, nothing really to write home about it. It's just for $7.99. I thought the price was too good to pass up. This is a J. Crew schoolboy blazer. Now it is a size 2, but it was 50% off. So this one I paid $6.50 for. It's kind of a chambray blue, and ultimately I love picking up schoolboy blazers. I prefer right now to pick up wool, but I still think this is a desirable style and color, especially like with khakis or army green pants, something like that. Overall, size 2, not thrilled about, but if it was $12.99, I actually would have left that behind. So I just want to throw that out there. But since it was $6, it may be a little bit more long tail for me, and I'm actually okay with that for the $6 price point. I found a pair of Polo Ralph Lauren. These are like patchwork bandana style jeans. I paid $9.99 for these. They are actually women's, and I like them. I may try those on. Actually, I think they might fit me. These are just a pair of Fall Raven tights. These were $8.99. They're kind of the hiking style pant. They've got a texture here on the knee in those areas. It's kind of more reinforced. I've talked about Fall Raven before, but there is their little fox logo. I love picking up Fall Raven pieces in general. Now, interestingly enough, I was at Marshall's today and I saw some Fall Raven flannels, and I was like, hey, okay, Marshalls. They were $39.99, just kind of for the record. These were $12.99. They're just a pair of Lululemon high rise. I'm considering these crops. They're probably going to be about a 25-inch. I loved the floral print of them, and as you will see, I have sourced a lot of Lululemon bottoms. Now, just 2 weeks ago, I picked up those 19 Lululemon pieces, and there was only one pair of bottoms. Oh, maybe 2 pairs of shorts as well. So there was only 3 bottoms and 16 tops. So now I've been keeping my eyes open and looking on the pant racks to try to kind of even out and equally disperse my tops and bottoms for when I have Lululemon live shows. So you'll be seeing a bunch of Lululemon bottoms that I have sourced. These are just a pair of Lululemon Aligns, now let me just show you the details of these. And Align has this little dip here, and I'll show you what a Wonder Under looks like in a few pairs of pants. It has a little tiny V. It's so subtle, you do have to pick up on it. You'll get used to the feeling of the fabric. And then when you look in this little front pocket, and I have a whole video on how to identify size and style for Lululemon. When you look in that little front pocket, you're going to find what is called a size dot. It's going to have the size, and then it's going to have information about when the item was produced. You can pop that information into a Lulu Fanatics website and get more details about that item. What's the length of the item? What's the color of the item? When was it produced? How much did it retail for? All of that information is right at your fingertips if you just read those numbers in the right way. I also picked up, let's see, these were $12.99. These are going to be 28-inch, I can tell. These are size 2 Lululemon Aligns as well. And then I found a pair of size 4 wide leg Align crops. I love picking up Aligns. I think they're highly sought after. The material is called Nulu, and they're absolutely delightful. Now on these, the size dot's going to be in this front left pocket. So if they happen to have pockets in the design of the pant, you'll typically find the size dot in the front left pocket and not in those tiny pockets in the waistband. So I also paid $12.99 for those. This is a super cool, oversized, free people kind of shrug style scarf. This was $4.99. I absolutely love this. I could see this going into my personal closet. I could see wearing this, pairing it with things, just delightful. I didn't find a lot of pieces at any one thrift store I went to, and sometimes I like that because obviously if you're a part of the full cart club and you're pulling up and spending $350, your reseller card is pulled and it's just out on the table for everyone to see. But when I just find 4 items at one place, 5 items at another place, 2 at another. Sorry. So another scarf that I found yesterday happened to be a Missoni made in Italy. This is actually acrylic, mohair, and lamb's wool blend. It's just that kind of classic Missoni style. It's not Missoni for Target. It's made in Italy. It's the real deal. I also got this for $4.99. So basically, I kind of have 2 approaches to thrifting. I've got that kind of like down and dirty, pop in, you've got X amount of time. When I am on one of those missions, I'm doing shoes, I'm looking at coats, and I'm kind of targeting higher ticket items, maybe sweatshirts, sweaters, that kind of thing. If I am going at this like, hey, I'm going thrifting for the day, I am going to dip into all those crevices that I normally bypass when I'm in a hurry. So those things are always going to be hard goods. It's also going to be make sure I'm hitting scarves and belts. And then I actually sort of looked at beauty products yesterday. You're going to see some of the other weird things, random things that I found that I do think are valuable and was definitely worth just popping into those sections. Admittedly, I don't make it to those sections every time I go thrifting, but yesterday I made a point to really look closely. I look at toys, I look at stuffed animals, I look at all shoes. I don't really pop into kids, but I will look through kids' coats because heck, Patagonia coats, you know, are sought after. People don't want to pay retail for certain brand names. Now today, I paid $8.99 and $7.99 for leggings, which I think is really interesting because yesterday they priced them at $12.99. So I don't know how they decide, but this is what I picked up today in the legging department. I got all of these. So these are a pair of black Align crops. I got them for, they're a size 12. They were $7.99. I got these really cute floral crops. These were $12.99. And these are just a pair of green Aligns that were $7.99. A pair of, green camo Aligns. These, were a pair of Reformation leggings, and I'll show you the tag. Black camo Aligns and then black camo Aligns. It was like a camo Align day, so I am super excited. These pieces need to be depilled, and they're super easy to clean up. So this is... So Reformation Eco Stretch. These are just Reformation leggings. So I'm kind of here for it. They sort of feel like Lululemon Aligns, but they just have a very plain straight across the back. They don't have any Reformation logos on them on the exterior. Let's talk a little bit about pilling. So don't be discouraged when you see a pair of Align leggings like this. This means two things. This means the person put these leggings in the dryer. They were dried in the dryer, so I highly discourage putting Align leggings in the dryer. I highly discourage putting any Lulu in the dryer. And in combination with putting them in the dryer, they probably could have used a size 8. So a little stretched out for their size, a lot of rubbing on the inner thigh, and also put in the dryer creates that wear to the inner leg line. Now, all you need is a sweater shaver, and really it will attack those pretty easily. I will hit those right after I'm done making this video and then show what it looks like. I found a pair of Athleta. These are the Brooklyn ankle pants. So I love finding the Athleta Brooklyn pant. This is what I liked about these in particular. I've left a lot of Athleta behind lately. I'm being very uber selective about it. These are a size 10. I loved the color, the size, and that they're the Brooklyn pant. I love the Brooklyn pant, right? And these were $8.99. So I thought that price was great. You'll find now Athleta can be really marked up. Like the ARC around me puts Athleta at $14.99. Like anything, Athleta bras, tanks, anything. I'm like, at least be discerning. Like, okay, I could see marking up your pants, but come on. Okay, so these are a pair of size 12 Wonder Unders, and I did pay $12.99 for these. So Wonder Unders are going to be a material called Luxtreme. These are a size 12, which is why I picked them up. They're in really great shape as well. But and when you see a Wonder Under, you can determine it's a Wonder Under because it goes straight across the back on this seam, and then it meets the seam from the bottom, whereas the Align dip down in a V a little bit. So the material is going to feel dramatically different in your hand. Luxtreme, a Wonder Under material is going to be Luon or Luxtreme, and they're going to be more compressive. A Nulu is going to be soft to the touch and super stretchy. Easiest way to put it. I also found today this Lululemon skirt. What did I pay for this? $8.99. It still has the rib tag in it. I never really find skirts. You know, I hate when it has these white marks. I typically find skirts or, activewear skirts, but I usually don't find just proper skirts. These are just a pair of speed up shorts in a size 6. They were $7.99. And then that's it for my Lulu. And I also found a few kind of fun pieces. I feel like finding activewear is great for my business, but boring. I like sourcing and finding the unique and pretty things, potentially more sought after pieces. Not that activewear is not sought after, it is. Pants in particular, I know I'm gonna post $55 to $65 easily, even those pilled ones once I get them cleaned up. But this is what I like to find. Here's the first piece that I found today that I love. This came out on a new rack. This brand is called Jen's Pirate Booty. Now, Anthro has sold Jen's Pirate Booty, but Jen's Pirate Booty is like a really great cottage brand to find, and I don't personally like to dilute it with the Anthro umbrella. I will not post this as sold at Anthro. A lot of people default to doing shit like that, and like, don't dilute this lovely brand just because Anthro may have sold a few Jen's Pirate Booty pieces. Now, if I Google search this and I find the model is an Anthro model, fine. But for the most part, just because Anthro sells something, I'm not gonna call it just an Anthro brand like Pilcrow or Maeve or whatever those brands are that are like umbrella for sure Anthro brands. This is what a Jen's Pirate Booty tag looks like. They make very, very boho beachy vibe pieces. I mean, my goodness, they even put on the back of their tags, hand wash in the ocean. Like, can you get any more boho hippie love vibes than that? This is a medium large. Your girl will be trying this on. This is just a Veronica Beard shirt. This was $8.99, striped. Got a little puff sleeve. Loving the vibe of this. Potentially gonna go into my rotation for a little bit. The next piece I sourced was a Free People boho top, and this was $12.99. I honestly think they didn't realize it was new with tags because they just price up their Free People anyway. $98, brand new with tags. Loving this piece, actually. It is a size large, which is absolute perfection. I'm excited to find this. New with tags just kind of levels up the price point that you can list something at. I'll do like 30% off of list and then be flexible from there. So this is gorgeous. Look at this piece. I didn't even check, but I do feel like this is silk. I have found a few. Yeah. Oh, this is 100% silk. And I have found a few for Love and Liberty, which is a Johnny Was label. This is, I would consider to be kind of old school Johnny Was. Look at how beautiful this piece is. It's silk. It's got cotton embroidery. Oh, I paid $8.99 for this. Oh, new rack. This came rolling out on the new rack, and right next to it was the Jen's Pirate Booty. So, oh, and kind of boringly, I'm so lucky I have all this boring Patagonia I get to pick up. This is just a men's large better sweater, full zip jacket, really kind of bread and butter pieces. This was $14.99. Not really much to say about it, but I didn't want to leave that behind. There was a popover style that was more a half zip. It had some like discoloration to the front of it, like lighter spots in the color of the blue, and I decided ultimately to leave that one behind. So those are all the textile pieces that I have sourced in the last 2 days. And then these are the hard good items that I also picked up. For 30% off, I found a pair of these Cougar platform sandals. Now this brand is sold at Neiman Marcus, Nordstrom. These are $150 sandals. They're still current on a lot of websites. So these were $10 and I think 79 cents. Definitely a pickup. They are also a size 10. I picked this up from my daughter. It was $2.99, but it's a Taylor Swift Eras Tour popcorn bucket. And then I found a few pairs of shoes. These were actually half price because green was half price. I paid $7 for these. If you recognize that logo, it's UFOs, and I'm surprised that people didn't pick up on this logo. So I've never sold this style of UFOs, but I love picking up and selling UFOs. They're recovery foam sandals, clogs, flip-flops. People love them. And I also found 2 pairs of Rothy's as well. One was a size 9.5 and one was a size 9. These are just the round toe. They call this blue in the back the blue halo. And then these are just the loafers and navy blue. And let me just show you in case you don't know. But the way you can tell that Rothy's are authentic and they are duped a lot is just to make sure on this label, it's really hard to see, but make sure that on this label it says made in China. So the ones that were made in, oh, these are a size 10. The ones that were made in the USA, quote unquote, are actually not authentic, which you would expect to be the opposite. You would expect it to say made in China and it not be the real one. But China, they have their own factory in China, and so they are made in China. The last odd sauce that I picked up, and when I say leave no stone unturned, I dip into every department. I really do. I found this for $5. So I think I'm going to keep this, but it is also valuable to resell. This is called stackers. Stackers are sold by the Container Store and also just sold online. So basically it's multiple components that stack that you buy whatever compartment style you want, and they all kind of fit together. So the top part of the stackers looks like this. It has a little snap to close it, holds things like rings, necklaces, other pieces, and then there's also 2 other pieces below, I think great for earrings, rings, just like that. So I picked it up. I almost want to say it feels like the exterior is leather. I picked it up simply because I could utilize something like that in my jewelry. And that is everything that I sourced, and I really kept it at a minimum. And that's my thrift haul. That's all I got. I have just this portion of my rack. As you can see, it's just hangers right there. I'm so proud. I'm going to get these things washed and steamed and cleaned and photographed and then just put straight into my inventory. I will not be going thrifting until these things are listed. I feel energized and jazzed about all these pieces that I picked up. And so if you want to stick around, I'm going to depill those Lululemon Aligns to show you what they look like when I just spend a few minutes doing that. That was it, guys. That's how quick that took to get from this to this, right? Like, look at that. There's all the pilling. There it is, cleaned up, good to go. There it is, awful. Also have some pilling here as well that I'll Well, it's still feeling a little slow for me on Poshmark, to be honest, from my last video. And, you know, I've had some good sales, but it's not that solid 5 or 6 things a day right now. So I'm just being patient and waiting for things to turn around. I hope everyone is doing well, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching.